So he blessed me with a business when I never thought I would be nothing. When society had given up on me, I'm a living example
Right.
that if you put your mind to it, and God have a plan for you in life.
What's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Hi-Fi. Welcome back to Hi-Fi's Visual, where we do mini series. We do different types of things. Now today, I'm introducing my mini series, and it's going to be called Questions at the Lake. You know what I'm saying? Questions at the Lake. Lake Merritt. You know what I mean? Where we go around and we just ask people questions. Now these questions, they're directed towards the community. Black and brown people. You know what I'm saying? So basically we ask different types of questions. Some could be entertaining, others can be informing, some can be both. You know what I'm saying? But, we went out last week. The topic was, what was their first job growing up? What was their first job when they became a teenager? And the motive behind this question was slightly entertainment. Also, just to figure out, what type of opportunities that were available to the youth, you know what I'm saying, in different times, different locations, different opportunities, right? So we just wanted to get an understanding, you know what I mean? So there was older brothers, younger brothers, you know what I mean? Different variety of different people had different answers, you know what I mean? But basically at the end of the video, you should have a different understanding of in that part of the community, Oakland, California. You should be able to understand that there was certain opportunities back then, and then there's certain opportunities today. And basically, brother, y'all gonna see. You know what I mean? So I'm your host, Hi-Fi. Let's get it. Let's get into the video.
All right, so we're here with what's your name, sir?
They call me A1.
Fred.
My name is Titania.
Hey, it's Fixer Yoga in the house.
Monte. So my question for you is, what was your first job growing up when you was like a teenager?
My first job as a teenager. Oh, as an orderly in a hospital.
What does that job entail?
Yeah, well, an orderly is someone in the hospital. There's doctors, there's nurses, and then there's orderlies. And so my job was to support the nurses, clean up, care for patients, and that sort of thing.
My first job was after I graduated high school. It was McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Nah, I was there for a few months. I got fired though.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Damn, they fired you. What was you doing?
What I was doing to work there?
Yeah. Now, why did they fire you?
Because I made my own food when I clocked out. I wasn't allowed to make my I wasn't allowed to make my own food and shit.
Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Fred. All right. The question is for you: what was your first job when you was a teenager?
Man, my first job when I was a teenager.
Yes, sir.
Man, we going
back.
we going way back, brother.
Yes, sir.
Man, my first job as a teenager, man. I worked with my family members. Mainly. I worked a lot with my family members. For it's just like gardening, almost like landscaping.
Landscaping.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you enjoy it?
At the time, yeah, I enjoyed the money.
Yes, sir. That's right. So, the question we got for you, brother, is what was your first job when you was growing up, like as a teenager?
Newspaper route.
Newspaper route. Ooh. Did you like it?
Yeah, you get up early, you get to knock stuff out, you find some new addresses. It's a blast. You have good breakfast after, and you're on your way to your next duty or opportunity, whatever you had to do. That's how it worked.
When I was a teenager, my mom wouldn't let me work until I left the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and my first job when I was around 18, I was a telemarketer.
Telemarketing. Okay.
Yes, I was in LA. I was working as a telemarketer. I was selling this. It's foolish. It was a male enhancement product.
Oh, okay. Everybody know what that is. Yes, sir. So, how did you end up leaving the newspaper route?
Just got another job. Didn't have to get up as early, so
Okay.
made perfect sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I could dig it.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, that's what I was all about. As a teenager, it was all about making money. But I don't know if you really want to go to far as just one of my first jobs as a teenager. See, I grew up in San Francisco.
Okay.
I grew up over in the North Beach area.
Okay.
So I guess kind of one of my first jobs. I used to like kind of clean the fishing boats off. Wash the fishing boats off. Down there, I would shine shoes.
My first official job, man, I worked for UPS.
UPS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Package loader. I was putting packages on trailers and shit.
Right. That's what I do. I work at Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yo. So did you like that job or?
I like the money. I didn't like the job necessarily.
Right.
Yeah, but it was hard. It was hard work. The people there was cool. I didn't like the supervisors too much, but it was alright.
I would kind of various little restaurants. I would claim their tables and stuff like that. Round in the Fisherman's Wharf,
Right.
over in that area,
Yeah.
it kind of took care of us. There was always something for us to do.
Right.
For the youth, and like over in that area, it was called North Beach. They had North Beach housing, and so over there in the North Beach area, they always had something for us youth to get involved in.
Right.
Just like they had a North Beach Recreation Center. So they always had fun and games, and then every year, they have the summer jobs.
Right.
We would go go to camp every year, Camp Mendocino. They had it where every year we would have street fairs. Every year the police department would take us deep sea fishing.
Wow.
From the wharf. So yeah, we always had a lot to get involved with back then, man.
Dang, my first job when I was a teenager, shit, was probably even before when I was a teenager, I used to deliver newspaper.
Newspaper route.
Yeah, I used to deliver newspaper. We had a newspaper route when I was growing up as a kid. Okay. But it was actually my friend's dad. He put us on. He was like a little hustling ass dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he gave us a paper route and he would pay us, to go deliver them routes that he had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was like my first, job. I probably was doing that when I was like, 10, 11 years old.
Right.
And so, from that, I guess I kind of, just around in that area, I picked up a pretty good work ethic. Me myself, I was one, but even after that, I get a, you get a little older over in the city, right. Moving around, Bayview, Hunters Point, and different stuff like that. I began to get involved in other things, begin to sell dope, smoke dope, in and out the penitentiary for over 18 years.
Right. It was called Blue Steel.
Blue Steel. Okay.
Yes, sir. It was 100% natural. I remember the tagline. It was endorsed by Jenna Jameson.
I don't know who that is, but
you don't need to know who that is. And yeah, it was just a natural product. A few of our people who call in, they were from Waco, Texas. It was a way for me to make money in a quick like Craigslist ad job.
Right.
But then one day I threw my hands up and I said, God, if you real, prove yourself to me.
Wow.
So he did that, man. He proved himself to me.
Yes, sir.
So after that, man, then I began to after I gave up that life of crime and drugs and stuff, and alcohol and all that stuff, then I went to Delancey Street. Delancey Street over in San Francisco, Delancey Street Foundation.
Okay.
And there I really began to learn on a lot of skills and qualities that I had in me that I never had the opportunity to really bring out because of the lifestyle that I was living up in the ghetto.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you enjoy your job?
No. I didn't, because it was ripping people off. It was promising things that only God can
do. Oh man, that's funny.
And running around in there, I finally, I done 3 years there, and I finally got the opportunity to really, like I say, bring out a lot of qualities that I had in me, a lot of things I didn't know that I had in me, but because of just getting in an environment where I could, just take my time and focus on the real things that I really needed to accomplish in life.
Right.
I found out, man, that I, was a, pretty good gifted guy.
How'd you end up leaving that job?
I ain't gonna lie, I just walked off. I got what I
Walked
need.
off.
I got what I needed. Got lined up for another job, and I walked off.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. Yeah, that happened to me a few times.
Man.
Yes, sir.
And today, today is showing. By the grace of God, I'll be 67 this year.
Wow.
Like I say,
67.
in and out the penitentiary for over 18 years. Sold crack, smoked crack, did it all. When society had given up on me, God didn't.
Right.
And so truly, I truly can say, God took something from the dirt and brought me up. When society had given up on me, He didn't.
Right.
And I truly can say I've been in business for over since 2006. I told God if He blessed me with a business, then I would teach young men how to work.
So, did you enjoy that?
Hell yeah, it was a hustling experience for me, because anytime that I needed some money to go get some candy or something, you know what I'm saying, to go do other stuff, as a kid we used to buy BB guns and shit
BB
too.
guns,
Like, you know what I'm saying, the little 9mm BB guns, with the little colorful pellet balls.
So He blessed me with a business when I never thought I would be nothing. When society had given up on me, I'm a living example.
Right.
That if you put your mind to it, and God have a plan for you in life, and if you put your mind to it, just stay focused.
Right.
Realizing that He have a plan and purpose for you.
Right.
Now He said that He would that you prosper and be in health. He don't want you to if you have goals and dreams, He wants you to achieve those too.
Right.
But He wants you to realize that He have a plan and purpose for you too.
Right.
See, and see, I mean, you can do it a whole lot better. I know once I threw my hands up and say, God, I said, if you real, prove yourself to me. Look, like I say, from dope to hope.
Yeah.
He blessed me with my own business, universal hauling and home repair.
Right.
Taught young men how to work. So I've been doing that since, like I say, about 2006.
2006.
Let me show you one of my cards.
Yes, sir.
And you can get it. See, because still now, and maybe you can call me sometime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because see, I'm a living example, man, that God can bring you out.
Praise be to God. Praise be to Almighty God.
Yeah, so just keep the faith and realize that God have a plan and purpose for you too, brother.
Right. Yes, sir.
And you never want to doubt and keep that.
Yes, sir.
Just call me, leave your information.
Definitely.
Because right now I'm working with some guys. They're trying to do some things for the youth too. I've been a youth counselor, a youth pastor. Like I say, when society had given up on me, I'm a living example that God can bring you out. So when they talking about, these guys coming out of penitentiary ain't nothing but a bunch of dope dealers and murderers and all that. Do I look like a murderer?
No, sir.
See, I'm an example that God can bring you out. And what people say you are, you really ain't.
Right.
See, and we have to kind of like don't trip on what people say.
Yes, sir.
But trip on what God says. I can do all things through Christ that strengthen me.
Wow.
Yes, so I'm a living example that he can do it, brother.
That's right.
He can do it.
That's right.
Just keep the faith and believe in Him. Have a plan and purpose.
Right.
Never give up. Never give up hope, brother.
Never give up. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Beautiful message, brother.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Okay, God bless you. I appreciate y'all too. Call me, man.
Yes, sir.
I might can help y'all with some work sometime.
All right, so now that we basically went through the video, let's go to the analysis part of the video now. You know what I'm saying? Now that y'all seen what happened when I went out and interviewed the people, we're going to go to the analysis part of the video, right? So based on what we seen, we could come to the conclusion that the most frequent answer was newspaper route. So the most frequent job that gave people their first stream of income or their first legit opportunity to make money. That was a newspaper route. And it seems like nowadays, that's not as popular. You know what I mean? Like for me example, my first job was working at Papa Murphy's. You know what I mean? And then my second one was working at Taco Bell. So it was like, fast food restaurants, they tend to be common. You know what I mean? A common place to start off. But the main one that came up was newspaper route. You know what I mean? I found that interesting. You know, there was a few that the brothers had said that he worked at McDonald's, got fired. You know what I mean? A lot of them said that they just walked off. They got fired. They walked off, and it must be because they didn't really enjoy what they were doing. You know what I mean? And that's why I asked, like, did you enjoy it? You know what I mean? But most of them said they did not enjoy it, or they liked it for the money, right? I found it, that if you seen the one brother, the OG with the Congos, he had broke it down to where he said that there was a point in time in San Francisco where they was giving opportunities to young kids. You know what I'm saying? That, he said he was landscaping and stuff like that, and going to the pier and cleaning the ships and things like that. That was hands-on. He said he learned that the qualities of it, certain qualities of being a man and things like that. And I was like, man, I could have used that growing up. You know what I mean? I could have used that, bro. And not to say that there wasn't things like that around, but I didn't really see them. They weren't too prevalent, and that's why I ended up going to Papa Murphy's. You know what I mean? So it's interesting, man. I feel like, that is something that needs to be more prevalent in society. You know what I mean? Just giving young men a sense of purpose. You know what I mean? A sense of skills, growing skills and, things like that. Something that we missing in today's time. It could prevent a lot of brothers from, going down a path that is not so prosperous. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot interviewing those brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be a part of no sleazy, scammy type of thing. But then when, we put in a scenario to where that is an opportunity for us to get money and we don't have no other opportunities, then we'll settle for that. You know what I mean? But we're not really happy doing that. You know what I mean? It don't matter what type of money you're making, you're not gonna be happy doing that because it's not in your nature to sell a product that like she said, you gotta be blessed by God. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no product that will enhance your performance as a man. Like, you have to tap into yourself. You have to tap into source in order to get those type of enhancements. You have to enhance yourself. And then a lot of people, they don't want to go through the hard, you know what I mean? They don't want to go through that route. So I just said that to say, like, that represented the fact that, like, our people are good-hearted people, even though we involved in a lot of different things. You know what I mean? That at heart, we don't want to be involved with it. At heart, we don't want to be selling drugs. At heart, we don't want to be doing all gang banging and all this. But we feel like it's necessary. And why do we feel like it's necessary? It's the real question. You know what I'm saying? And once you do your research, you'll figure out. The descendants of slaves in America, man. I'm not even gonna go down that path because we'll be here all day. But I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Questions at the Lake. You know what I'm saying? And if you suggest any other questions that we should ask in the comments, it could be funny, it could be entertaining, it could be interesting, it could be weird. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we feeling that day, we gonna ask. And stay tuned for the next episode. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.
All right. Hey, follow these two young cats. Keep it going with them, man. Support the movement.